Today's video is going to be slightly different because I'm going to get my brother to actually do this because he's never done this before. I've done this job like 3 different times, but he's never done it. He's only done your real basic stuff on cars, like, you know, your oil change, your coolant flush, stuff like that. So this job's kind of like the next step up from that. So yeah, basically I'm going to be teaching him how to do that, and then you guys are going to watch me teach him how to do that. So let's get into it. There we go. Yeah, so now the caliper guide pin's out, basically next step is to pry up on this and then take the brake pads out, but it's pretty stuck at the moment. So just trying to use a hammer and a pry bar to get it up because it's pretty rusted on.
Does this go up any higher?
Yeah, just fucking pull it out, mate. Yep. Go on. Fucking oath. Now that's taken off, we have to take the caliper bracket off and then take the rotor off and we'll be good. Oh. Oh. Chuck it on the bricks. Yep. Fucking yeah, leave it there.
When JD goes.
Yeah, just leave it there, it's all good. Fuck me, that took a while. Mate, grab that hammer and start fucking spinning this and smacking it because it's rusted on. Yep, now pull it off. Yeah, nice. Shitty old ones. Those are pretty mumses. Oh, they're mint condition, mate.
Fuck, brand new clutch, no receipt though.
So what we're going to do is, yeah, put that on and then get one of these wheel nuts and screw it on to hold it on. Just put the caliper bracket back on now and the new rotor. Go old mate. So now the caliper bracket's bolted back on, we're about to put the new brake pads in. If you look at the difference, like, there's still a decent amount left on it, right? But because of the fact that we're changing the rotors, you want to change the brake pads at the same time because otherwise you can just get uneven wear. So that's how we got new ones, as you can see. Yeah, nice. Just have to compress the piston a bit more. So the first side of the car's actually done now, as you can see. Yeah, I kind of just fast forwarded a bit because we just ran into just a few different issues, and like I just had to do a bunch of research and like figure out how to overcome them, but I did. So I didn't film that, but once we're doing like the next side of the car now, I'll like explain the issues I had so you guys can see. But yeah, it was just a fucking nightmare, man, but we managed to get through it, so it's all good. Yeah, so the first issue we ran into was the fact that we couldn't get this brake caliper to lift up, because you'll see when he takes the bolt out down here, it should just lift up. But the reason it didn't on the other side is because the handbrake's on. It's like the handbrake line feeds into here. So you got to make sure that you release your handbrake and also block off your front wheels, obviously, so the fact that your car won't roll away if you take the handbrake off. Because I legit just thought it was like just rusted on, but you just have to take your handbrake off and you should be able to just lift it up. So yeah, just took the bolt out, so if you see now, you should just be able to lift it up and take the brake pads out. Yep. I'll just take the pads out. So you just make sure your handbrake's down and that solves that problem. Because you don't need to like pry it up with a crowbar and stuff, it should just pop straight up. Both the brake pads are off now. So we're going to go ahead and remove the caliper bracket, which is this thing, and then just take the rotor off again like I did on the other side. So the caliper bolts, there's one right there and there's one down the bottom, so those are two we're undoing now. Yeah, so just chuck it on here. You basically just want to get the caliper out of the way, and you want to make sure like the brake line here is not dangling. So if you don't have something to like hang your caliper on like we do here, just stack up a bunch of bricks or something on the side and just put your caliper on that. Otherwise you can risk like ripping your brake line and shit like that. That one rusted on like shit. Man, those are so old, man. These are new brake rotors. Basically, for your new brake rotors, you want to actually spray them down with some brake clean, which we have here. Because when they're in the factory, they put like an oil coating over them just to protect them from like rusting when they're in the box. So just make sure you spray them down and clean them. And the other problem we had was with the brake pads. When we put them in, we couldn't shut the caliper down, because like if you see this metal piece here, this was in the way and we couldn't shut it, and that's what that is. It's a wear indicator. So like when your brake pads get low, that wear indicator will start making a screeching noise. So we just like removed this metal clip, just pulled it off on the one side, so you still have the wear indicator on like the other side of the brake pads, but just for the back so we could shut the caliper, we just pulled it off, because otherwise there's no other way, man. So just have to do it. Got this metal piece here, and basically just gonna get the clippers and just pull it off. Just like that. So now we can actually shut it, so that's sweet. Got the new brake rotor on here, and again, like I said on the other side, you just want to screw these wheel nuts on so it holds the rotor in place where you put the brake pads in. The first side took us just over 2 hours, so we're kind of timing this side to see how long it's going to take, and that's just because we ran into all those problems. We've literally been like, we're 15 minutes in right now and it's basically done. Like we just have to compress the piston and put the brake pads in and put the wheel on. So it's like, you know, once you know what you're doing, it's not that hard. Yeah, this piston's not like a normal one. I thought it was like a normal, like how you could just compress it with like a vise, like on the front you can do that. But with this one you actually need a special tool for it, which I didn't realise. But what we're doing now is we're just using some pliers, and you'll see what I'm about to do. You should buy a tool for this, like we should have done that, but yeah, we just don't have it, so we're using some pliers, but wouldn't recommend doing that. I can't show this on camera, but basically that's the piston there, and you see the two grooves here. All you need to do is you need to get your pliers. You have to put the pliers in the groove like that and just turn it clockwise to wind this piston in. Otherwise, with the new brake pads, they're way thicker, so you're not going to be able to close your caliper if you don't wind the piston in. Lift that caliper up a bit. Yep. So it's just tightening the last bolt on the caliper and then we're done. Do you want the breaker yet, or? No, you need the extension as well, or it won't reach. So yeah, this side took us 50 minutes, so it's definitely an improvement from 2 hours. It's not too bad. Could have done it quicker, but just ran into a slight issue with winding the piston in, because like I say, we didn't have the proper tool for it, but you know, got there. We good? Yep. Fucking oath. Yeah, so we're all done. We're just chucking the wheel on and we're just going to lower it, tighten the wheels, and we should be good to go. I think I said in one of my previous videos that like the rotors were looking a bit low, and yeah, it failed the waft, so that's why we were doing that. And yeah, there's a bit of struggles like here and there, but you know, we got there in the end, so that's the main thing. Also saved a bit of money as well, so that's always a positive. But anyway, I'll see you guys in the next one. I'm out.